Hey everybody, it's me, Mann. Some of you know me as Kaiology on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and Tumblr and a couple of other places as well. I have been in a space where I have decided to go within and to find out a little bit more about who it is that I am. I have been traveling for 49 years now. And it has been an amazing ride. It really has. I've been able to interview different people. I've been able to move, in different spaces across the country. I've been in some amazing relationships. But what I realized is that I needed to get back to me into who it is that I am. And although, let me, make sure that it's clear, I am in a relationship right now. One that really affords me the opportunity to be able to check on me and to get with me and to just make sure that I know exactly who it is that I am, being just more aware in depth. And I know a lot of people may think or say to themselves, she's 49 years old, doesn't she know who she is? Well, as we move and grow and experience new things, we begin to change and we begin to learn who we are from a different perspective. And right now, that's where I am, learning myself from a different perspective. I had to kind of shut down everything that I have been doing. And I won't say everything because I still have a couple of clients that I'm working with. But I really needed to focus on me, where it is that I was going and what it was that I was doing. I had been afforded the most wonderful, beautiful relationship that made me want to delve deeper into who I am so that I can be a better person in all of my relationships, with my intimate relationship as well as with my children and my family. And so I've been really searching, but this is who I've been all of my life, and I'm really coming to understand that it's just a need that I have within my life, and not that it's not going to change. I believe that it will just evolve as I grow. And what I'm finding is the more that I study, myself and who it is that I am, the more confident I am in the new me. And I'm okay with letting go of some of the old things from the old me. I have been really writing, not as much as I really want to, but I've been really sitting down and mulling over, not so much as just my life, because I know where it is that I've been, but who I've been in all those circumstances and where it is or who it is that I really want to be. I realized that, in love, I thought that I was, Rico Suave, truth be told. But I realized that I had been in relationships that I've been whatever that person on the opposite end needed. And so I never got a chance to really figure out what it was that I needed and what I wanted. And the relationship that I am currently in allows me that opportunity of knowing who it is that I am and what it is that I like and what it is that I want. No one previously had ever asked me any of those questions. It was mainly about them or, their families or whatever. And so it's not their fault. Most definitely it's not their fault. It's how I entered the relationship and how I kept the relationship going. And as you get older, you begin to see some of the things that, maybe I need to change. Maybe I need to figure out who it is that I am and allow myself to be just that, that authentic self, and to move differently. And I find that every time that I look within and that I allow myself that space or that time to do so, I delve even deeper into who it is that I am. And I don't want to sound, like I'm babbling, but I really want to drive home the point of really searching who you are and what it is that you're supposed to do in this world, because we all have a particular purpose that we're to do. But right now, I'm not any longer really trying to motivate and inspire everyone else to live out their purpose and their dreams. Right now, it really is about myself and really opening myself up and inspiring myself to continuously, look at those parts of me that I don't like, that, I'm like, ooh, I can do without that, but to be able to see it and to recognize what it is and to try and do something differently the next time. What I was thinking about earlier today as I was working out, I was thinking about how sometimes that we judge other people, or we, kind of, not really down people, but I know for me, I was very opinionated within my life, and being opinionated like that doesn't allow room for anybody else to live their life because I have an opinion about it. Maybe not so to that person, but, within myself. And then I realized that as I began to look at other people, I was actually seeing myself. I was seeing myself in them and realizing that the things that I was really that stuck out for me about them were things that I myself had done. And so I had to begin to look at that. I love myself, and I've been on this kick about self-love for a while, and it's because I had what I would say is a part of the beginning of a spiritual awakening in 2005 when I had an accident with my foot. I began to really go spiritual, or get deep into my spirituality, not religion, but spirituality, and what God meant for me, and what, I meant for God, and what it was that I was supposed to be doing within my life. My sense of understanding of all that has changed drastically. It has changed so much so that I'm really beginning to understand not only just myself, but looking at everything that I have allowed myself to be distracted by. And in 2005, somewhere between 2005 and 2006, almost 7, I was really on this road to the spiritual journey. And then I allowed myself to be distracted. No one distracted me. I distracted myself. I began to look away at other things. And I won't say, well, had I had done that, at that particular time, had I really, continuously been on that spiritual journey, I would be so far ahead. But I do believe also that we are where we're supposed to be. And so, hence this. It says, today you are exactly where you're supposed to be. What happens tomorrow is up to you. And that's really true. And so, I believe that I did get distracted. I didn't hold on to some of the things that I had learned, although it was a major shift in my life where I really turned my life around. I became this other person, and I became this other person only because of everything that had led up to that. Spiritually, I had to really delve within myself, but I had to really see some things that I had done within my life. And so part of it was me building up some walls and not allowing certain parts of me to be expressed. And so I did not allow those things to come forward. And I worked hard on being more intellectual, being, more serious, because I understood the nature of what it was that I was going through and trying to bring out. So hence we are in 2018, and I have stopped and kind of sat down and really looked at my life and begin to understand the parts of my body, the parts of my mind, began to understand how my eating affects my thoughts and how my energy is affecting other people. I've been on this thing of inspiring other people and motivating other people for so long, and I remember all the things that I would say to help people move into their day, or to be happy about their day, and to understand their purpose within this day. But I'm really stopping to sit down and to understand who it is that I am and my purpose, and what I'm supposed to be doing within this life, and that is to figure out who it is that I am in all circumstances, and to learn to be better at each step of the way. I have been reading, I've been getting into astrology, I've been getting into reading about certain people's lives from a holistic point of view. I've also been getting into a little bit of metaphysics and occult lectures, and really just delving deep into different things and trying to figure out what works for me, and taking bits and pieces from all of them and understanding that that's life, and that's the way that the world happens, and that's the way that we, should. There's no one answer. There's no one right way. There's no right way to go or right path to go. There's many paths to get to where it is that you need to be. And I had to really understand where it was that I really wanted to be. And I wanted to have such a spiritual life. Not that I was Gandhi or some spiritual guru. Well, I'm not going to lie. At some points I did want to be in that particular space. But that doesn't allow room for earthly things. It doesn't allow room for, just being silly and just having fun. So really it's about being balanced, and that's an area in which I have been really working hard at, is trying to be balanced within my spirituality, to allow myself to have fun and, laugh and be silly, but also to allow myself to go within and to understand all the parts of me, to understand why I seek such knowledge, why I want to delve into, chakra work, energy work, Reiki work, work, and to just do this spiritual journey in a way that when I'm no longer here, that I know that I don't have to come back to a space where I've not learned or I kept repeating, and I don't want to do that. But as life journeys, and right now I'm in such a wonderful place. I'm in a place where I get to learn so much from everything. I've taken the time to really work on my finances, work on myself, my spiritual self, my physical self. I've gained a lot of weight because I stopped working out. I was too busy running here and there, doing all kind of videos and doing conversations with Mann and doing some other things for other people, and I had not really had the time for myself. And so right now I'm really taking the time for myself and really enjoying it. I've moved to a different place, and the transition in what it is that I'm doing, or the space that I've moved to, is amazing for me. It's been a long time since I've walked into my own space and felt at home or felt comfortable. In some spaces I realized that I had not allowed myself to, because I didn't want to stay in those spaces. So I wouldn't buy a bunch of furniture, or I'd only buy certain things or a certain amount of food, because I didn't want to get comfortable where it is that I was. But I realized that it's no matter where it is that you are, you make the space, and whatever it is that you need to be or to feel comfortable, you need to allow yourself to do that. And so I've been doing that, and coming home and being able to just be comfortable in my, not only my own skin, but in my own place, my own sanctuary, and building it the way that I want, and allowing myself to just have room to do whatever it is that I want. And so it's been amazing. It really has been amazing. But I cannot stop talking about the relationship that I am in, only because it's such an amazing relationship, that the comfort of being able to be yourself and to say some things about yourself that no one else, their ears have never heard. And here it is that you get to say that, and you don't wait to be judged, or you don't wait, for an opinion to just come and kind of slander you. And it's not been that way. It's been such an amazing space that allows continued growth. And it's amazing being in a relationship with someone else that thinks like you do and wants the same things that you do and want to continuously grow. And they're not allowing you to just relax and lay back when it's time for you to do work within your own self and to do with the work within the relationship. I've learned so much about myself. I hated talking. I really did. And I didn't realize that it wasn't that I hated talking. I didn't know how to. I had been in relationships previously where we talked about things, about things that we've gone through in our lives, but that was pretty much it. After that conversation was there was no real depth to the relationship. There was no real meat to it. And when you get mad at your partner or upset about certain things and you begin to hold those things in, you kind of sweep some things underneath the rug. And this particular relationship doesn't allow me to do that. We pull back the rug. We really talk about things and why did you feel that way, or what was that conversation about, or what was that you were saying, and and why do you feel that way, and how do you feel? And it's been allowing me to be not just more open, but to be able to communicate in the way that I never have before. And it's allowed me this space of being able to talk more. I can ask a bunch of questions and allow people to have the floor for themselves and to talk about their own lives. But I myself was not one to really sit and talk about my own life. And so this has been an amazing space and just phenomenal for me to have this space to be able to learn more and to grow with someone who wants me to grow and who wants to help me with my visions and the things that I want in my life. It's amazing. It really is. It's totally amazing. And I know, we sit and we have these conversations within ourselves, but we never really share what it is that we're going through or just pretty much what we're going through. We don't really share that information a lot. And I have been so busy trying to do so much that I didn't make the time to really just know me and know who I am in this upcoming space. And so as I'm even changing at this particular moment, I'm realizing that my life is so full. It's so full with meaning. It's so full with just love, and it's so full with understanding and peace. And it's been an amazing space, an amazing transitional, transformative space. And I love it. I really do. I absolutely love it. When you begin to walk where it is that you want to go, everything starts to kind of come into place. And I know we say that. We say that, and it happens for a little bit, but when it's constant and you're seeing the changes within your life and you're going, oh my God, I was really, vibing for this. I was really, praying and meditating, within this particular space, and those things are happening. And you no longer have fear about what it is that you're supposed to do and where you're to go and how you're to go there or get there. And it's amazing. I know I say amazing a lot, but that's the only word that I can really at this particular time just really give you that really understands the magnitude of where this space is for me. And at first I used to kind of sit and say, well, you're here by yourself. You're trying to do all these things and learn who it is that you are and go to the depth of who you are and to meditate and to, clear your chakras and align yourself. But it's worth it. It really is. It's worth it to not be in a space of hurriedness and trying to worry if you don't make it to somebody's event, if they're going to be upset with you, or if you, are not, who a person expects you to be, that, I don't have those things anymore. Not that they were really worries or anything like that, but sometimes you really want to be there for other people and realize that you really haven't even been there for yourself. And so, it makes you kind of step back and say, okay, I can't really be there for everybody. I can't be at everybody's event. Maybe I can come this one time, but I can't come to every one of them. I need to really get with myself. I need to figure out what it is that I need to be doing for this next life and all those things. And even at the time when I started trying to figure those things out, it didn't work. Something totally went a whole other way. And so I'm just allowing myself just to be. I'm eating healthier. I can't say that I'm a vegetarian or that I'm vegan, but I eat more vegetables and fruit than I ever have in my life. I used to think that I could not ever not eat meat. Like I just knew that I was this carnivore, but I've not eaten meat, as much as I did. I'll eat meat like I have a craving for it, but for the most part, I don't really eat meat. I haven't eaten beef in God knows how long. But yeah, I eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, and my mind is clear. I'm in a good space, and I get to pray with my partner. I get to meditate with my partner. I get to talk about the Bible with my partner. I get to talk about books that I've read, or that my partner has read, and that we're talking back and forth about them, and we're talking about chakra work. We're talking about Reiki and energy, and just everything, and it's so amazing. It's just so amazing. I'm so in love with my life right now. That's all I got. That's all I got. I'm so in love with my life right now. I don't know if this is something that I will, do weekly. I won't say that. I won't say come back and stay tuned. But I will say that, if anything, go to my website, kai-mann.com, and read some of, my writings. That's where I'll be mostly, is on my website. I realize that not so much as that you cast pearls to swine, but that there is a space for me that I've created for myself. And it's on my website. It's on my YouTube channel. But as far as Facebook, I'm not going to be writing a whole bunch of things on Facebook. I'm going to write it on my website. And if you want to come read it, come read it. If not, then don't. But I'm here if you're looking for me. I'm here. Peace.